Hello everyone, I hope we're all doing well. I'm happy to see your beautiful faces. Today, I will be sharing with us how to reduce anxiety about the future. I will be sharing some healthy tips on how to manage excessive worries and some of the possible reasons why we worry excessively. Worrying about the future can be exhausting, overwhelming, and sometimes unproductive. I remember working with a young woman who got married recently and started having complaints about being excessively worried. She worried about being a good mother and doubts about her ability to adequately take care of her children when she starts giving birth. Her mind and thoughts were fully occupied with the what-if questions. She has had to battle with thoughts like, what if the child doesn't like me? What if I don't have enough resources to take care of my children after childbirth? What if the baby has a birth defect or a neurodevelopmental disorder? What if my husband ends up not being supportive when the baby comes? As a result of having to deal with these overwhelming thoughts, she will sometimes experience palpitation and excessive sweating. She related further that she has tried and put in so much effort and energy into trying not to worry and trying not to feel anxious, but instead of getting relief, the concerns became worse. So she spent so much time and energy worrying before pregnancy and in her early days of pregnancy. When she was referred to see a psychologist, she even mentioned that she has decided not to have another child if she eventually delivers of her current pregnancy. A little worry could serve the beneficial function of prompting us to take action, plan for the future, and think through problems and solutions. Excessive worry doesn't. It triggers an anxiety response, putting on the alarm system of the brain and preparing us for a fight, flight and freeze response. Do you constantly struggle with the thoughts of all the things that could go wrong? Are your thoughts always occupied with the what if questions most of the time? Many people find themselves consumed by worries about what the future may hold. Whether it's concerns about career success, financial stability, health issues, or personal relationships. The fear of the unknown can weigh heavily on our minds and affect our overall well-being. Constantly dwelling on future uncertainties can lead to sleep disturbances, difficulty concentrating, irritability, physical tension, avoidance of enjoyable activities, increased stress, anxiety, and a sense of helplessness, ultimately hindering our ability to enjoy the present moment and live life to the fullest. One thing we must know is that excessive worrying does not change the outcome or prevent potential challenges from arising. Excessive worrying often serves to magnify perceived threats and can become a self-fulfilling prophecy, leading to a cycle of anxiety and distress. When we worry, we feel anxious, but we are safe in the present moment. When we imagine danger, our body has the same physiological reactions as if there was a real danger present. That explains the reason why most people feel scared and afraid when they watch scary movies. In this video, we will be sharing strategies and techniques that individuals can use to cultivate a more balanced perspective and reduce the grip of worry on their lives. But before I go into that, I will briefly share 3 possible reasons why you worry excessively. Number 1. Cognitive distortions. They are also known as thinking errors or cognitive bias. It simply means an inaccurate or unhealthy way of thinking. It entails perceptual errors, thinking about situations in a negative light most of the time. There is a healthy way of thinking about a situation, and there are unhealthy ways of thinking. The more reason why 2 people may go through the same difficult situation, and their perception of the situation differs. There are different types of cognitive distortions, which include catastrophizing, black and white thinking, mental filter, overgeneralization, emotional reasoning, jumping to conclusions, discounting the positives, and the like. I will talk more about that in another video. Number 2 reason why you may worry excessively is as a result of perfectionism. Having perfectionist tendencies and unrealistic high standards will always give birth to excessive worries, if not adequately managed. Perfectionistic tendencies and the fear of failure or making can fuel excessive worry. It makes you feel not good enough. Anything that is not perfect is always termed as failure, giving room to self-doubt and being laid back. Individuals who set unrealistically high standards for themselves may constantly worry about falling short of their expectations or being judged by others, leading to chronic feelings of anxiety. I remember having a friend in college who was always dissatisfied and angry at herself. Each time she didn't have the highest score on a test or in an exam, she felt bitter, even worse than the people who had low grades. Number 3 reasons why you worry excessively could be as a result of having a strong need for control. This can make you feel like you have to worry about everything to feel safe and secure. People with a strong need for control often worry about things that are outside of their control, such as the outcome of a situation, or the behavior and response of people to them. This can stem from a variety of factors, including past experiences, personality traits, or cultural influences. Let's take, for example, someone who grew up in a chaotic or unpredictable environment might develop a strong need for control as a way to feel safe. Now that we have established some reasons why you worry excessively, let's now touch on 5 tips to help manage your excessive worry. The first tip I will mention is the need to focus on what you can control. Consciously move your attention to what you can control in the present moment. There is no quick fix to this concern, as it requires consistent practice. Instead of getting caught up in hypothetical scenarios, or worst-case scenarios about the future, focus on what you can control in the present moment. Make efforts to take each day as it comes, and try to find joy and gratitude in the simple pleasures of life. Don't deprive yourself of what you can enjoy at the moment as a result of possible issues that may never happen. Practice being fully engaged in whatever you are doing, whether it's work, hobbies, or spending time with loved ones. You can try this practical approach, get your writing materials, and list out the things you can control. Also write out the things that are out of your control, which are the things you don't have total and outright control over. After doing that, turn to the things within your control that you have listed, and look out for ways to further act on them. Let's say you are excessively worried about a job interview. You can focus on preparing for the interview and practicing your answers. You can't control whether or not you get the job, but you can control how prepared you are for the interview. Tip number 2, embrace gratitude. Gratitude is a powerful and effective tool for managing excessive worries and future concerns. It helps to shift your focus from what could go wrong to what is going right or what has gone right in the past. The antidote to worry is the power of attention. Our ability to choose where we pay attention and what thoughts we put on our focus is essential. Worry is something you do in the present moment, but takes your focus to the future. So you have to say to yourself that you are going to notice and focus on other things rather than your worries. When you focus on the things you are grateful for, you are less likely to dwell on worries and the what-ifs. Gratitude will also help you to increase your positive emotions, such as love, joy, and contentment. These positive emotions can help to reduce worry and anxiety. Several studies have shown that gratitude helps to increase resilience and improve physical and mental health. Tip number 3, visualize a positive outcome. When you visualize a realistic positive outcome, you are picturing yourself in a future scenario where things have turned out well. This can help to increase your sense of hope and optimism, and it can also help to reduce the amount of worrying you do about the future. Research has shown that positive visual imagery can increase feelings of happiness and reduce feelings of anxiety. So it's worth a try if you're struggling with excessive worrying. When we imagine danger, our body has the same physiological reactions as if there was real danger present. The same thing happens when we imagine and visualize a positive outcome. Tip number 4, journal about your worries. Writing out your worries helps to slow things down, which can in turn reduce your excessive worries and anxiety. Talk about it. Write out the exact thing you are worried about, and break the situations you are worried about into phases and smaller bits. It makes the challenge less complex. Journaling gives you a chance to process your thoughts and emotions in a safe and private space. Writing down your worries can help you to see them more clearly and to identify any unhelpful and unhealthy thought patterns. Journaling will help you develop strategies for dealing with those worries. Journaling also helps you get your negative unhealthy thoughts and emotions out of your head, which could be therapeutic. Tip number 5, embrace acceptance. One of the things that happens when we embrace acceptance is that it helps in shifting the focus from trying to control or eliminate anxious thoughts to accepting them as normal human experiences. The idea behind acceptance is that rather than trying to control or alter what we are thinking about, we learn to accept them as they are. It doesn't mean that we have to like our worries or agree with them, but that we can allow them to be there without trying to fight against them. This will help us attain calmness and feel at peace. We can embrace acceptance by trying to reduce avoidance behaviors, where an individual try everything possible to avoid activities and situations that trigger anxiety. This further reinforces excessive worry and anxiety. Also, reducing resistance helps to embrace acceptance, because when we resist or fight against anxious thoughts, we often inadvertently amplify them. Acceptance involves acknowledging and allowing anxious thoughts to arise without trying to push them away or suppress them. By accepting the presence of these thoughts, we can reduce the struggle against them, which in turn can lessen their intensity. I believe you all found this episode educative and helpful. Thank you all for being a part of this psychoeducation class.
Thank you, Dr. Samir, for this insightful psychoeducation session. I look forward to putting the information communicated into practice. On behalf of every member of this group, we say a big thank you.
To subscribe to the Animation Therapist channel, and do not forget to turn on the notification. Endeavor to like, comment and share our videos. Cheers.